I'm Tiffany Brooks. I work for the city. I'm the first deputy commissioner for the Department of Business Affairs and Consumer Protection. So we regulate and license businesses across the city of Chicago. But I'm here in tribute to my mom, and it's a hard thing to discuss. So Dr. Morris and her sister in heart health, they took the heart transplants. But because my mom, out of fear, she wouldn't get the heart transplant, nor would she take the pacemaker. And she had been fighting heart disease for 16 years before she gave up her life in 2021. So I don't have a mother or a father because they both passed. My dad passed from prostate cancer. I'm just here to tell you to take care of yourself and don't ignore the signs. I got the first call. My mom had a heart attack in 2006. I was in law school. And I'm like, well, who's calling me? And I took the call and I said, yes. And they said, your mom is here at West Suburban. Because my mother was, of all things, a nurse. And she was a school nurse. And I said, she's at West Suburban, why? And they said, well, she wants to talk to you. And so she got on the phone and she said, Tibby, because that's what she called me. She said, I'm in a little bit of trouble and I need you to come to the hospital. And I said, okay. So I got my stuff and I ran over there. I went to John Marshall downtown. And I got there and I'm like, what's wrong? And they said, your mother had a heart attack. And I'm like, a heart attack? Why? How? You know? And she had a leaky valve. And that was the first sign of it. But it evolved over 16 years. She had 2 ablations. I mean, they knew her by name in the ambulances, the University of Chicago, she's Northwestern, Trinity. That's how many times she had been to the hospital. And I remember another moment, she called me. It was early before I went to work. And I was at a friend's house. And she said, Tiffany, I'm calling the ambulance. And I said, okay, I'm on my way. And I'm a lawyer, but I broke every traffic law in the state of Illinois to get from 127 to 72nd and Coles. And I said, can you unlock the door? She said, yeah. I said, unlock the door, call 911, put the chair by the door and sit there. I don't want them to have to break the door down, and I'm on my way. And I drove like a bat out of hell, as they say, and I got there, and the ambulance had pulled up, and they had gotten her downstairs because I had told her, put your shoes and stuff on and just sit. I know way too much about heart health. And so because over the years I had to learn. And I went and they said, we got her in the ambulance. And I pulled the ambulance door open. And they said, Miss, close the door, close the door. And I said, that's my mother. And they said, I know, but if you want her to continue to be your mother, close the door. And I closed the door and I followed them. I thank you, number 50, that's the ambulance. They come out the firehouse on the east side. I thank them because death was all over my mother. And we from Mississippi, and people from down south, they say you can see certain things. And I was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. And they got her there and they got her back. And I said, okay. But in 2021 in June, we went to a church retreat and she wasn't feeling good. And we like, you don't need to go. She wanted to go. And when we came back, it was just one day. When we came back the next day, my sister dropped her off at the University of Chicago. And she said, okay. And she called me. She said, I'm going in. I said, okay, when you leave there, you come into my house so I can keep an eye on you. And she said, okay. And she never made it back to my house. The University of Chicago called me and said, your mother coded, but we revived her. And I got there and I said, okay, where? They like, well, she got COVID and you can't come in. And I said, you know what? This is too much. It was storming that night and I knew something. I slept in the car until about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I said, can I come in now? And they said, yeah, she was in ICU. And I went upstairs and I looked at her and I was like, oh my goodness. And I just sat there with her and I held her hand. And she lasted about a day and a half. And I just told her, I said, well, you know, you're not a burden on us. So please don't think that, because they say they can hear you. And I said, if you want to go, if you're tired, then go. but you can come home and you can be with us. She never made it.
Yeah.
But I want all of your children to see you every single day.
Yes.
So please don't ignore the signs. It started out, her blood would go real low. Her blood pressure would go too low. They talk about hypertension. Well, no, it's a such thing as low blood pressure. Women, we have iron deficiencies. Black women have iron deficiencies. Black women are known to have iron deficiencies. Take your iron. I know we don't like the doctors because we got our own remedies, right? And Big Mama would give us our remedies and we would take them, and that's good. But you gotta take care of yourself. Get a regular checkup. So heart disease runs in the women in my family. I didn't know that until my mother. So I go all the time to get my heart checked out because I want to make sure I'm okay. And I exercise a little bit. I'm a lazy exerciser, so that exercise he was doing, that's what I need to do because I don't like to run or do anything. But all I have to say is watch your diet. Continue to get up and move around. And look after somebody that you know that may not be able to get out of the house.
Yes, yes.
If you haven't heard from them in a day or so, pick up the phone and call them and check on them. And if you don't have family that can call and check with you, give me your phone number so I can call and check on you.
Right.
Because
Amen.
We have to look after each other. But the number one thing that works, as my grandmother would say, is prayer changes things.
All right.
But you gotta add that medicine to that prayer. Because as much as we don't like science and medicine, it has gotten critical for us. And not just black women, black men as well. My good friend, he's a Greek. He was 50 years old and had a heart attack in his house. My other girlfriend's husband, she came home and found him, and he wasn't 50. So all I'm saying to you all is, please take care of yourselves. And please, whatever you do, if you can't do nothing but get up and walk to the door 5 times a day, just get up and walk to the door. Just keep your heart pumping. Keep your heart pumping. My mother passed in June. In late August, my brother had a stroke. That stress she was talking about is real. My brother is an electrician, local IBDW 134. They don't let black men into that, okay? Right on 27th King Drive. And my sister took a leave of absence from work because she couldn't emotionally deal with it. My brother and I, we worked through it. We worked through it. He's at work touching electricity. He said he felt it go through his body, and it brought him to his knees. They said, "You all right?" He said, "Yeah, man, I got bad knees," but he lied. He went on for a week taking aspirin. One day he got home, he went to bed, and he woke up, and he told his wife at the time, "I need to go to the hospital." They took him to the hospital, and the doctor said, if you had not come in, you would not have woken back up if you went back to sleep.
Wow.
Because he had a couple of mini strokes. Because the stress was too much. He was holding it all in. I'm just saying, don't let these people stress you out. I don't care who is in federal office or local office. We are resilient people, and God will always take care of us. We need to take care of each other and take care of ourselves. So please, take the stress away. And I just want to hug my sister Clara, because for her to even come through with this is amazing, and I appreciate her so much. Thank you, Clara.
Let me say, this is so momentous. We need to have this more often. We need to now go March is National Nutrition Month. We come back for National Nutrition Month in March. How about that? We'll put it together. Now, I am bringing someone to the mic who is important and special to me, as all of you are. She is a heart transplant survivor as well. And she is also, there's a video that just came out from the Gift of Hope. I wish I had it to play for you. But her story is life-changing and it's momentous. Let me tell you. I want everybody, if you're listening and you're in this room, if you need some information, Senior Talk is here for you. This is not just a one-time thing. I don't do it for myself. I do it for the community because, as she mentioned, we have to take care of ourselves. And every other community does it, and I've been there. Let me say. And they take care of themselves very well. And have no complaints about it. And I just want Monique Sims, would you come to the mic, please? Please give her a round of applause.
Thank you. I just wanted to stop by to honor Clara because she is doing such wonderful things in the community, and this is something that we definitely need. My name is Monique Sims Jones, and I am a heart transplant survivor. I just made 6 years with my heart.
You know who she is, though. She bad. She got a PhD and she was the president.
I didn't do it, but God did it. And so I just want to stop by again to tell you guys everything you've heard thus far is true. Pay attention to the signs. Do not ignore the signs that's going on with your body. Make sure you pay attention. I was in my 40s.
I was slightly discouraged, but I stopped because you know what?
Heart disease do run
60 there are people in here who kept calling, but I'm not worried about that. Those who want to be here,
and in the world, I ended up with the worst. I had a massive heart attack in 2016. I ended up with a mechanical heart. So I walked around with a mechanical heart for almost 2 years after having a mechanical heart. I was not even a candidate for a heart transplant. Doctors told me that what I had gone through with my mechanical heart, and because I had damaged my heart so bad with the massive heart attack, that I was not a candidate for a heart transplant. I was in complete organ failure. My lungs